And the first question stands in the name of the Leader of the Opposition, David Shearer.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Prime Minister, has he seen recent reports on the level of inequality and child poverty in New Zealand?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee on behalf of the Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, yes, I've seen a recent report that says, quote, "A parent obtaining full-time paid employment is the most important event to lift children out of poverty." Mr Speaker, that's why the government welfare policies have an unrelenting focus on work, and I look forward to the members' support for them.
The Leader of the Opposition.
Does he stand by his statement, quote, "The government has spent the last 3 years ensuring that it has done whatever it can to help the most vulnerable New Zealanders through"? And if so, why is inequality at its highest level and child hardship increased from 15 to 21%?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Well, Mr Speaker, the inequality of income in New Zealand is measured in different ways. If you take the report that's produced by the Department of Social Welfare, Ministry of Social Development, on page 81, it would show that the inequality was greatest during the years 2000 to 2005. We haven't got back to those levels, but on the following page it shows a different picture. What I would say is that this government has recognised, as these reports do, that the global financial crisis has put stress on those on lowest of incomes, and therefore we have had programs in place to try and make life a little easier for those people.
The Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. In light of that answer, does he agree with Paula Bennett, who said last week that she did not believe that measuring poverty was a priority? And if so, why?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, yes, on behalf of the Prime Minister, yes. The Minister is correct, because there are so many different ways in which it can be measured. What is absolutely clear is that the best way of removing child poverty is to ensure that there is parental and caregiver employment.
The Leader of the Opposition.
In light of that question, Mr Speaker, does this mean he's abandoned his view that the Ministerial Committee on Poverty should, quote, "have an official way of measuring poverty," something that he said earlier this year?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, far from it. I think the fact that there are so many measures out there that give all sorts of pieces of information. Well, the member over there calls out, pick one. That's something they can't do when it comes to getting a decent leader, but I'll have a go on this.
Order.
Mr Speaker, if I pick two, in the report by the Ministry of Social Development, page 81, a report showing that during the period 2001 to 2005, there was
Point
massive...
of order.
Mr Speaker, that was a pretty straight question, and I asked, does he have an official, is he suggesting that he could have an official way of measuring poverty? It was something that he actually mentioned.
Order. I'm not sure that's what the member actually asked. If I remember correctly, it was to do with... I think, in fairness, the Minister did actually answer the question. Is perhaps now going on a little long. What he said was not at all. He didn't what's the correct word I'm looking for? He didn't resile from the previous statement made, and he was explaining why. But I think he's gone on sufficiently long. Leader of the Opposition, supplementary question.
Speaker, in the 4 meetings that the Ministerial Committee on Poverty has held, what decisions have been taken to improve children in hardship?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, I would suggest the member put that question down to the chairman of the committee. What I can tell you as a member of Cabinet is that there are regularly discussions in Cabinet about this particular issue.
The Leader of the Opposition.
Mr Speaker, which statement does he stand by? We have a very targeted system through Working for Families, or that Working for Families is communism by stealth. It didn't work very well for Eastern Europe, and it won't work very well for New Zealand.
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, both are true statements.
Supplementary question, the Honourable Peter Dunn.
Mr Speaker, do the reports that the Prime Minister has seen include any reports suggesting that the imposition of an inefficient and poorly targeted capital gains tax and the increase in the top tax rate to merely spur further avoidance of evasion opportunities will do anything to reduce the level of poverty in New Zealand?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, no.
Question number 2, Paul Goldsmith.